Trust is a commodity like money. It's exchanged. You give trust and you receive trust. It is a two-way process. And without that being part of the process, without these three wonderful women trusting me that I wouldn't share all of their answers with each and every one of you, and that they would have the opportunity to share what they deemed appropriate, trust wouldn't be here. It's not to make a person feel bad. It's to make a person feel valued. It's about confidence. And the next one is empathy. Empathy was in that video from Cleveland Clinic. That was really all about putting yourself in that individual's place, feeling what they were feeling, wondering how you would feel if that were your problem or your family member. It's an element of caring that goes beyond just physical attention. And it's really being an active listener. And being an active listener is not when you're speaking to me thinking about what I'll say to you in response, but truly, truly listening. Listening to the point where they know that you are listening. Years ago, I had an experience where my three, at that time, pre-teenage kids said they weren't going to talk to me anymore. They were only going to talk to their father. And I thought, what have I done wrong now? It's always something. And what they said was, when we're talking to you, Mom, on the phone, we can hear you typing 150 words a minute in the background. You're obviously not listening to us. And I said, test me. Repeat what you just asked me, and I'll repeat back to you every single word you said. And I did, verbatim. There was no question. I could repeat the process. But they're right. I wasn't engaged, and I wasn't present. It's like having a nurse on the ICU, and maybe she or he has two patients, and the school calls and says, your child fell and broke his arm. Where is his or her mindset? With how fast I can turf those patients onto somebody else and get to the school where I really want to be because my child is hurting and I want to be there for him or her? It's about being present in the moment. It's not a matter of having warm bodies to take up space. It's about having the best bodies in the room, to care each and every time, to give the power, to give the care, to resonate the spirit of CommonSpirit, and to do what is needed to be the very, very best. And then it's about responsiveness. It's about a timely response and positivity. It's about the tangible things, not just the appearance of the brick and mortar, although they will count, and you'll see why when we go back to that what's your pain level, but a commitment to maintaining that appearance. It's about having a singular voice and singing from the same sheet music. Perhaps not the same tune because some of us don't carry a tune, but having a feeling, the Disney way, a smile on your face, sensing your interest and having people understand that you are in fact engaged with them, and then hearing your tone of voice and knowing that you, like you, share that passion. That's really what it's all about. It's about being clear, concise, correct, complete, and of course, always courteous. So we want to grow our market share, don't we? Healthcare is such a competitive business. I tell people that healthcare is a business like any other business, but the difference is the commodity with which we deal is human lives and human happiness, neither of which can ever, ever be compromised. We want to grow that market share, and we want to do it respectfully and in the best way possible. And we do that through building relationships with our people, because you heard from our panelists that people matter. This is a people-centered business. When we hire the right people and we work with the right people and integrate them within a system where people care about people, those people provide good service. Those people provide good care. And then the people for whom they're providing those goods and services, whether they're our vendors, our contractors, our maintenance people, our service providers, our caregivers, our management, or anyone else, want to come back for more because they feel welcome and comfortable, because they feel understood and appreciated, because they feel important and they know that they are respected. That's really what it's all about. It's about the people. When there are breakdowns, we have a recovery process. We listen, we discover, we listen carefully to what's wrong, we solve the problem, and we follow up in a timely manner to make sure that everything is okay. We don't just, glad that's done, but we follow up with those people and make sure that things are going well and that they feel whole. So let's talk a little bit more about what's your pain level. I'm rounding, and I say again, to the neurosurgery patient, "What is your pain level?" And the patient turns to me, because this time the nurse is actually looking at the patient, and says 6. And that's the end of the discussion. Even though we all know that with metrics and more, and with payment systems and with satisfaction surveys, we need to look at those metrics and we need to look at those numbers. Because we exist in a culture in which we always want the best. We want to go to the 5-star movie. We want to go to the 5-star hotel. We want to take the best airline or belong to the best airline club. We want to go to the 5-star restaurant and get 5-star service, assuming that our budget can afford all of those stars. We're reaching for the stars, but we too want to be the 5-star provider, don't we? We want to be more than that provider of choice. We want to be the first choice. So who are the superheroes in your lives? When my grandson in Chicago was 6 years old, he grew up in a city in which you hear fire engines a lot. You hear police vehicles a lot. You hear emergency vehicles. If you're in downtown Houston, you hear a lot of the same. It's pretty constant. And when you grow up like that, you grow up realizing that perhaps the superheroes are not the people who you think are superheroes. They're not the Avenger. They're not Batman. They're not Robin. They don't have a cape. It's not Wonder Woman. It's not about Green Arrow. He was 6 years old and he said, "Grandma, the real superheroes in life are the people who respond when we need them most. They are the people who work 24-hour shifts. They are the firemen and the policemen and the first responders. Those are the people in our lives who are here because they are super." You within your system also have superheroes. You have people all over your website. They are your secret sauce. They're the people who are listed and pictured as making a difference. And there are so many of them that there are too many to include on a slide. But you should be so proud of those people. And if you don't go into your own portal and see who are these people, they're part of my tribe. They're part of my group. They're part of my team. They're part of our collective experience. And celebrate each and every one of them. When Harvey came to town, did you close your door and say, "Sorry, we're closed, we're not working today"? It doesn't work that way, does it? You're the secret sauce in the room. You're the secret sauce in the city and in the county that provides the kind of service that people need and want each and every day of their lives. It doesn't stop with a storm. It doesn't stop with a hurricane. Think about the response from the Prime Minister of New Zealand over that horrific terrorist attack. Did she come to the rescue and take care of her people and initiate a process that needed to be initiated? Did she take action? Yes, because that's what real heroes do. They take action and they respond. They come together as a team and they deliver on the promise of what can be better and will be best. And it all works through that process because healthcare is a trusted profession.